sometimes you need to know when to pull the plug, because the longer you leave it, the bigger mess you get into.
Culinary Capers was the leader in the BC catering market. Huge events, fancy dishes, lots of staff, and a recent merger with another company. But when all that business suddenly stops, there's not a lot to save a company.
We do delivery food, but we were more going to do like what the restaurants do, where you phone in and you get a delivery. But we need notice because we didn't have a restaurant menu that everybody was familiar with that they could order from.
Over the course of a week or two, the bottom fell out of the industry as measures to reduce the spread of COVID-19 took effect in BC.
We have a large university contract. The schools then canceled all of their events. Even though the school remained open, they weren't doing any gatherings or meetings whatsoever, so those canceled. That's for us millions of dollars a year, this one single contract. So that in combination with all of the other events, within a week, we'd lost everything on the books pretty much for the foreseeable future.
I think most of us, particularly the caterers, have lost all of their summer business. Now, we were fortunate because we pivoted and were able to do some other catering, but the weddings are all gone, the contracts that we had are gone. There really is nothing.
For Thornley and his company, there was a stroke of luck. They managed to get work providing frozen meals for BC Housing and other service providers. They're delivering about 5,000 meals per week, but the roughly 80-person staff was almost entirely laid off. Peak of Catering is back up to about a dozen now.
We've launched pickup and delivery of a weekly menu, and then of course special occasions. We had great success with our Mother's Day menu, and then the grocery as well. We're also making the shift into virtual events.
At the Lazy Gourmet, there's delivery through DoorDash and Uber Eats, virtual cooking and cocktail classes, and any other hustle Boudreau can think of. But she says business is still down 95% from this time last year, and no real light at the end of the tunnel. Thornley says until the public health rule limiting gatherings to 50 people is lifted, event catering is simply off the table. Rafferty Baker, CBC News, Vancouver.